Hello, everybody. Welcome here to the Prog Monster. My name is Murph, and I am the host of this show. So, we're starting a new mini series tonight. Decided to finish off the last one, so we did 6 episodes with that one. We're going to probably do 6. Well, I know we're going to be doing 6 with this one. So, this series will be entitled simply Australia, Canada. So, Ben came up with this idea. We discussed it. What he wants to do is he's going to give me 1 week. He's going to give me Australian kind of pop radio friendly songs, and I'm going to rank them. And then the next week he'll give me Canadian ones, or I will pick 10 Canadian ones and rank them for that week. And we'll do 2 sets of these episodes, 2 sets of Australian ones, 2 sets of Canadian ones that we will do from the 1970s, and then we'll do 1 episode of each, one from Australia, one from Canada, of the 1980s and 90s. So tonight's episode is 10 songs by Australian bands ranked. So these are all pretty poppy. There's a couple that are a little bit on the hard rock side. Well, I wouldn't say they're hard rock. I would say they're kind of, maybe a couple of them are bordering in that hard rock sound. A couple that are kind of bluesy as well. But I was surprised that there was. First of all, I didn't know any of the groups. There was 2 or 3 here that I've heard before, obviously. But for the most part, they were all pretty new to me. None of the songs I knew. So that made it a little bit more interesting. So I listened to all the tracks and then I rank them according to how I like them. And we're going to do this the way we always do it, which is my least favorite to my most favorite, or in this case, worst to first, or in this case, actually 10th to first. So we'll start with the number 10 song. This is called Girls on the Avenue by Richard Clapton. The poppy track for sure. It's off his Girls on the Avenue album from 1975. And in case I didn't mention, all of the tracks tonight are going to be from 1970s. So this is my number 10. This, I think, was easily my least favorite of the tracks in the grouping. It was okay. I didn't dislike it. There was nothing here on any of these tracks that I disliked. This one, to me, just seemed like the one that I liked the least. Number 9, stepping up quite a bit here. Teach Me How to Fly by Jeff St. John. Another poppy track. A little bit vocally driven, I would think. It's got a little bit of a hard rock part to it as well. I would say overall, though, it's kind of a poppy track, but definitely has a little bit of a hard rock element. And this was released in 1970 as my number 9. Teach Me How to Fly. It's Jeff St. John. Next up, my number 8 is Evie from Steve Wright. This is a guy I've done a couple things with. I think one of them was on Who Did It Better. He was on one of my Who Did It Betters, and that was probably the first time I heard of him. So I did know who he was. This track I thought was pretty good. Kind of has 3 parts to it. It's catchy, it's heavy, it has some hard rock and some pop to this track as well. This one, coincidentally, was produced by Vonda and Young. Yes, the AC/DC guys. And this one came out in 1974. So that's my number 8. Number 7 is Heart of Stone by Ted Mulry Gang. Kind of poppy with a bit of a hard rock element to it. Nice catchy riff. The solo was good, and I think what made the solo different than any of the other songs in the grouping was that it was a couple twin guitars here. So like a two-handed guitar solos going on. This came from their album called Disturbing the Peace from 1978. So that's my number 7. Number 6, Seasons of Change Part 1 from Black Feather. Kind of low-end acoustic guitar part start with some keys in there as well. And the vocals are very good. production isn't so good, though. It's a little bit weak, probably because it's dated from 1971. At the at the Mountain of Madness. That's the name of the album. I was trying to remember the name of the album. I couldn't make out my handwriting because it was so small. So that's my number 6. Number 5, we're into the top 5 now. All the ones from here on in, I think, are pretty strong. A Little Ray of Sunshine from Axiom is the next song in the 5th spot. This is kind of a pop track with some keyboard synthesizers and guitars. The vocals are very good, and it does pick up tempo as the song goes along. This is from 1970, I believe. Yeah, 1970. Sorry, some of the handwriting I did at the end because I ran out of space was a little bit long, a little bit small. It's hard to read. Next up is number 4, and that's Hit and Run from JoJo Zepp and the Falcons. This is a musician that I will be doing this week. I believe it's this week we're doing him, or maybe did I do him last week? It might have been last week, actually. I can't remember. But anyways, that's where I'm familiar with the artist from. Hit and Run is the song. It's kind of an up-tempo, almost a reggae-like feel to this track. It's got that reggae kind of guitar, giving it that little bit of that reggae feel. I wouldn't call it a reggae song, but it definitely has that feel. It's from Screaming Targets, released in 79. Yeah, pretty good song. I did like this one. Next up, number 3, I'll Be Gone by Spectrum. Harmonica, kind of a bluesy feeling track. Definitely has a heavy bluesy feel. It does pick up a little bit of that heavy hard rock stuff as the song goes along, and the vocals are exceptionally game. This is off of their Spectrum 1 album, released in 1971. The quality of this is quite good for that time period, too. So that's my number 3. Now we're to the top 2. Number 2, I actually thought this one might be at the bottom because I've never really... There's some aspects of this band that kind of don't really sit well with me, but in this case, there was none of that. It's A Long Way There from the Little River Band. Yeah, it's kind of a keyboard opening, I guess. Heavy pop with a little bit of prog elements on this, and the solo was excellent on the song as well. So that's from the album Little River Band from 1975. So this is my number 2. Number 1 is a guy I never heard of before. I was surprised that I hadn't heard of him before. He's quite good, actually. So it starts out with a nice acoustic guitar part. I guess there's a little bit of a fluty type background going on as well. This is a very folky track. A little bit of a pop element to it as well. But basically, I think of this as a folk trap. And I didn't even give you the song. This is 6 Ribbons from John English. Just realized I forgot that part. So this came out in, I believe, 78. I can't even make out what I wrote there. But anyways, very good track. I think this was easily my favorite song of the 10 that he gave me. And I think it's the folky element that really drove it for me. So I'm going to give them to you all from top to bottom again. Number 1 was 6 Ribbons by John English. Number 2 was It's a Long Way There from the Little River Band. Number 3 was I'll Be Gone from Spectrum. Number 4, Hit and Run from JoJo Zepp and the Falcons. Number 5, A Little Ray of Sunshine from Axiom. Number 6 is Seasons of Change from Black Feather. It's actually part 1 from Black Feather. Number 7 is Heart of Stone from the Ted Mulgrew Gang. Number 8 was Evie from Stevie Wright. This is actually part 1. I didn't mention that. It was actually 3 parts, but I only did the first part. And number 9, Teach Me How to Fly from Jeff St. John. Last is Girls of the Avenue from Richard Clapton. So that's my take on the 10 Australian band kind of poppy, radio-friendly songs that Ben gave me for this week. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. So next week I will pick 10 songs from the 70s that are kind of pop radio friendly songs from Canadian bands. And I've already got a half a dozen of them in mind. So hopefully you'll enjoy that episode too. And we will see you then. Take care. Have yourself a good evening, and goodbye here from the Prog Monster.